All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the whole for elect. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, and in this lesson, I want to touch on a few things. It really comes from a lot of you new brothers that's newer in the faith. You see this quite often. Sometimes it be scoffers as well doing this, but whoever needs to hear this may need to hear this, all right? So the brother, I believe this is Adawam Gabor, okay, from the main camp. So he's doing a lesson on this sister's question, okay? Or not the question, question, right? And this is for whoever sister that needs to hear this, okay? If they may be going through the similar situations with a husband that might not be in the faith, okay? So, I didn't get too far in the lesson, but the brother's going into and he's gonna, deal with this answer this woman question, throughout the scriptures, right? So I'll go down to the comment board, and here you see a comment and an opinion from someone that has no business leaving a comment or opinion on a comment board. Now, I'm not saying, you can't do that. The comment board, used for, brothers and those sisters as well. They may ask questions concerning different lessons, certain information. Usually us brothers, we throw up scriptures, okay, backing up different points of what the brother may have said in a lesson, So the comment board is very edifying as well. Even dealing with a live stream comment boards. Every thought, your opinion does not have to be expressed on the comment board. Okay? And we see this quite often with a lot of you people, that know that y'all Israelites or, maybe new to the faith, or whatever the case may be, right? The point is, your opinion does not have to always be expressed. Okay? So as this brother's about to go into, this sister's question, right? What do you see on the comment board from MYYT? And this is for whoever needs to hear this, okay? This person in particular, but for future, for going Salakia, but for people that just may need to hear this going forward of what not to do. So it says, oh, she's definitely a female, not a woman. The first major concern is to dissect. Is that even her husband? Is he her initial sexual partner? Did her initial sexual partner commit any scriptural unlawful offenses within their relationship? Did her initial sexual partner pass away? If the answers are no, then she has no business being with him. Needs to go back to her initial sexual partner, plus remain single. Females, if you're in a verbal agreement, you call a relationship with a male, that's not your initial sexual partner. Then prepare to separate. You just bring more problems. Okay? Now, we don't know what the case or the situation might be, and neither do you. So in this case, your opinion was not needed. Okay? This is not even dealing with, your opinion wasn't needed, okay? And what this is going into the lesson, more of an exhortation to express that everything that the thought that comes out to your mind does not have to be expressed. This is the point. All right, so I'm going to get this scripture. Let's go into the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 20, verse... Let's start at verse 5. It says, there is one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babbling becometh hateful. Okay? So it's letting you know that a person that keeps silence can be found wise. Okay? Because there's a time for everything. And there's a time that you can speak out of season. Okay? For a sister says, some man holdeth his tongue because he have not to answer, and some keepeth silence knowing his time. So even if, let's say you do have the correct information or answer you want to give to someone. Okay, sometimes you might want to, you can hold it back until it's that what? Until it's that season or until it's that time to do so. Everything doesn't have to be blurted out just because the thought comes to your mind. Okay? Verse 7 says, a wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity. Let's read that again. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity. Right? But a babbler and a fool will regard no time. So a babbler and a fool, they're just going to speak. A thought comes to their mind, they're just going to say it. They're going to say it without thinking. They're not going to filter anything, they're just going to say it. It came to my mind, let me express it. Without thinking, is this the right time for me to say this? Okay? Like I say, even if a person may, maybe trying to do the right thing, by speaking words of wisdom, okay, by having this informative information, if it's out of season, that person may not receive it well, okay? That's why there's a time for everything. Like I said, you may be right on what you're about to say, okay? Your intent may be good, but if it's out of season, then it may be taken the wrong way. Verse 8 says, he that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority therein shall be hated. So that's pretty much the point of dealing with, what I wanted to speak on. There's a few more, but I can't think of any at the moment. But I also want to get this. All right. We're just going to keep it simple. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. Salaki, let me start at verse 1. Okay, so it says, keep thy foot when thou goest into the house of the Most High. Now we know that the scripture says, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am in the midst of them. So when you see us on account on the highways and byways, preaching and prophesying, guess what? That is the church. When you see brothers holding different live streams, okay, live shows, however you want to call it, that is church. Okay? And your best bet, especially if you're a newcomer in this thing, your best bet is to just keep silent. You might say, peace and blessings, shalom, when you come on, to the comment boards. But other than that, if you're new in this thing, the only thing you should be doing is what? Learning, taking notes. Not all on a comment board, putting this and putting that. You see more the seasoned brothers, throw a lot of scriptures up on a comment board to help to continue edifying a lesson, But then you have a lot of brothers such as myself, even though I'm a babe, I've been in this thing, for a little bit of time. A lot of times, sometimes I don't even, I might throw a scripture or two and I'll just sit back and watch, Sometimes I'll just sit back and watch and just listen, because sometimes you may miss something when you're searching for a scripture from time to time. So some days I just say, you know what? I'll say shalom on the comment board, and I don't say nothing else, unless the Spirit hit me to do so. But like I said, this is more for, new believers that's in this truth. Okay? Just calm down. All right? It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. Now, I want to go into this word rash. All right. Ecclesiastes. Actually forgot. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 2. Okay, so this word rash.
Strong's H 926. Bahal.
Bahal.
And the form
so it says what?
just
To be
below
disturbed,
that.
dismayed, terrified,
Bahal.
anxious. Okay.
Bahal.
To be in haste, to be hasty. To hasten, to hurry, to make haste. So this, when you make haste, you're doing things quickly. Okay, you're doing things quick. You're moving at a fast pace, so to speak. Okay. So you don't want to be rash with thy mouth. All right, and like I say, you're expressing what you're thinking. Okay, and instead of saying it, okay, because we're using this technology, you're doing what? You're putting it on a common board. So you're putting on what you're thinking that you would say usually out of your mouth, but you're putting it on the common board in the words as you would say it. So that's the same way as you just speaking, just in a text message or a type of way. All right, so let's get this to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. And I want to get straight to the point. It says verse 7, a time to rent and a time to sow, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak. So like I said before, everything is done. You want to pay attention how everything is done in its balance, okay? And sometimes you could be out of, you could be out of season when you speak if it's not time for you to speak. Okay? So I just wanted to throw an exhortation out there for, it's more for you new believers that's coming into faith, man. Just watch what you're doing, Watch what you're throwing up on brothers' comment boards. Like the brother's already about to go into it, and edify through the Spirit. Your comment wasn't needed. Now, whether if a comment may be right or may be wrong, like I say, with no ill intent, but if it's not needed, it's not needed. Okay? So, that's just something for you, brothers and sisters to keep in mind when you on brothers' comment boards and things of that sort, So I just, thought I hit on that through the Spirit. Lord willing, hope was edifying. Until next time, I want to say shalom.